Giovanni, a sinister, corrupt leader of Team Rocket who's willing to sacrifice anything he possibly can in order to get his way. Players who fight him for Viridian City's 8th gym badge expect his Pokemon to fit an ominous, reclusive mood, similar to those who are dark types. But, to everyone's surprise, he is in charge of a ground-themed gym, not dark. Today, we'll be exploring the question of what our favorite villain's team actually would look like if Giovanni was twisted enough to carry a team of malicious Pokemon in the dark typing. To set some base ground rules, Giovanni will be given a full team of 6 Pokemon with items and not the usual 5 that he has in the gym. This is for balance and to pay homage to Black and White 2's World Tournament, where Giovanni rocks a full team of 6 powerful, battle-ready members. Like all notable leaders, they have a respective ace Pokemon which represents them well, commonly being strong and dominant through means of raw strength or carefully played out strategy. When it comes to Giovanni's ace, there are a few great options that we can pick from to match his personality and design. Honchkrow is a crow-like bird that resembles someone dressed in formal attire, and the design of its head is also in resemblance to a fedora, a hat which is commonly associated with mob ties and older gangs. Its Pokédex lore further describes it as an unforgiving, ruthless Pokemon who can summon, and I quote, a murder of crows to go hunt food for it. I'm not kidding, this thing is really a menace. Despite this information though, I still don't think Honchkrow belongs in the spot of Giovanni's ace. Instead, I believe that a lowland Persian is more fitting for this placement, and here is why. In the Pokemon Adventures manga, it's revealed that Giovanni rescued and nurtured Persian since he was a child, and the two together have been inseparable since. Also, in another wormhole universe where Team Rocket took over the world, Giovanni comes to the Alola region to form Team Rainbow Rocket, an upgrade from the original team which includes all evil team leaders as threats. This justifies Persian's Alolan variant even further, since the Alola region is now where Giovanni permanently resides. As a Pokemon that commonly uses underhand tactics in battle, I think that its battling set should lean into that. Technician as an ability and moves in Parting Shot and Taunt allow it to play a frustrating, disruptive role against opponents, and attacks in Fake Out and Foul Play cater towards breaking down powerful wall breakers during a battle. The Focus Sash will also be its item of choice, giving Alolan Persian much needed longevity considering its poor defensive traits. With 5 more team slots to fill up, I'm circling back to Honchkrow as our second draft pick. As mentioned before, its design and Pokédex lore is one of a dark, threatening crow of the night, and stats of 125 and 105 in attack and special attack respectively carve out a niche for it as a devastatingly strong wall breaker with its well-rounded coverage. Brave Bird and Sucker Punch are staple stab attacks for this crow, as their high base power allows Honchkrow to cleave through Pokemon with ease. Its attack roster will be joined by Moxie as an ability, Superpower for any rock or steel types that try to wall it out, and Roost for the scenario in which Honchkrow is on its last life or needs to stall out a threat. Picking an item for this frail crow was difficult, but I decided to settle on the Life Orb as its choice of support. The Life Orb also pairs well with Roost, as it helps negate the consequences of using such an item. I mean literally, the Life Orb is something that drains the life and energy from its user, like you can't get any darker than that. So far, we have 2 damage-heavy threats on the roster, so I think it's a good time to shift our focus to a more defensive side of play. Literally 3 seconds though, don't forget I have a public Discord and Patreon now open for everyone to check out. The next member plays itself more towards defensive glue for the team, as I'm going with the option of Drapion as my third choice. There are good justifications for this pick as well, coming with the first fact that the Fairy type is weak to poison. As a new Dark type leader, Giovanni needs to have a solution to deal with Dark's bigger exploit in Fairy. Drapion is a dual-type Pokemon, sporting the Poison type alongside its Dark typing. Moves in Poison Jab or even Iron Tail scare away fairies, and with its base 95 speed, Drapion will commonly be making the first move to get ahead in battle. Knockoff will also be included to cripple any Pokemon with an item reliance, along with a strategic combination of Toxic Spikes and Venom Drench to further chip away at opponents that are switched around the field. Since Venom Drench lowers the attack, special attack, and speed of Pokemon who are poisoned, it pairs perfectly with Toxic Spikes to annoy and disable the enemy from dealing any serious damage. The combination of Toxic Spikes and Venom Drench is such just a deadly nasty combo that honestly Giovanni is 100% gonna use something like this. This poisonous scorpion is then completed with Black Sludge as an item and Battle Armor as an ability to max out its longevity and role as a team member. Giovanni's current roster is sitting strong with 3 diverse Dark-type threats, but the changes are only just getting started. Since we just spoke on the Fairy type, I think that now is a better time than ever to come out and say that Grimmsnarl is the 4th member for the Team Rocket leader. Despite it being 2 generations older than the Alola region, current Giovanni is set in an entirely different world with active wormholes, so crossovers between Pokemon, mechanics, and types are inevitable. Serving a similar but distinctly different role from Drapion, Grimmsnarl's Fairy type allows it to check another popular Dark-type weakness, that being fighting. From a design perspective, this imp-like creature also shares characteristics that a scumbag like Giovanni encapsulates. Its signature move, in False Surrender, calls back to dirty battle tactics in order to win, and the entire Impidimp evolutionary line is well known for being a nuisance around others by stealing items from homes and acting like a troublemaker in the forest that it resides in. I'm choosing to make its ability Pickpocket for the aforementioned lore reasons, alongside giving it a well-rounded move pool in Light Screen, Reflect, Play Rough, and Darkest Lariat. If you're one of the unlucky foes to go up against this thing, you better have a strategy to cripple it out before it's able to set up screens and wreak havoc on your entire team. No item will be held by Grimmsnarl, in fact, so its ability can truly be a nuisance to any physical attacker that it may interfere with. Everyone's favorite croc Pokemon, Krookodile, half kidding by the way, is our surprising next pick for the 5th member on Giovanni's team, and there's good reason as to why. The most obvious one being that it has a feature on Giovanni's team in the Unova Pokemon World Tournament, since it is in fact half ground, half dark. Adding him here is a cute little nod to an already existing team member, alongside the fact that Krookodile is literally known as the bully of the sands in its dex and lore. Since it plays an offensively oriented role, its battle set is going to reflect that. Intimidate is starting off its hunger for blood, while Knock Off and Foul Play are its signature Dark-type moves that are further boosted by its item in Black classes, while Earthquake and Outrage give Krookodile much needed coverage for other threats that it may face. Also, quick little fun fact and lore for you guys. I actually gave Krookodile Outrage because it's just an angry, tempered Pokemon like at all times, so yeah. For our last and final pick, I wanted to go the more unique route and pick Malamar for the last choice. In all honesty, it's just a really cool looking Pokemon that has a sense of mystery and impending danger just by looking at it. Malamar's darker tendencies with hypnotizing people into getting what it wants is crucial for a Pokemon who is on this mighty new team. So its set is going to start out with Hypnosis and Destiny Bond for some varied battle tactics. Lash Out will also be its signature stab move to greater push Malamar into the realm of evil, accompanied by Future Sight to fight back against fighting types a tad bit harder. Giovanni's new team of 6 is now complete and ready to take on any challenger that wants to face him. What changes would you apply on his Dark-type squad to make him a force to be reckoned with? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe if you enjoyed the content. Till next time.